be much long. There's no, the other one is short. Sayyidina Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu wa ardah, he says, Al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, in the first rak'ah I was going through Surah Al-Baqer, and then he finished Surah Al-Baqer. I said, now he will be done. All of a sudden he started with Alif Lam Mim, Ali Imran. The other one, Alif Lam Mim. Next one. Ali Imran. وَوَقَّفَ فِيهَا وَقَفَاتِ. يقول ابن مسعود, and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that simply just recite. He used to stop. Take his time. When the ayah calls for Al-Jannah, he would be as if he's begging Allah for it. When the ayah talks about Jahannam, as if he's seeking refuge from Allah from it. And all these things. And he, waqafat means he's stopping. He's swimming with the Quran Al-Kareem. And that's what I told you at the beginning, to interact with the Quranic atmosphere. I always say not recite the Quran per se, but indulge in the Quranic atmosphere. Allow yourself to go into that oasis of the Quran. Notice? So you can feel the mercy. So you can feel the rahmah. So you can feel the cure. Because as you all know, as the scholars of Suluk always say, those who find Allah, and those who find Him, have found everything. And those who did not find Him have lost everything. Try to find that mercy. Open up, invoke that mercy. The mercy is there. Allah is close to you. The question is, are you close to Him? He's close to you. Now, he finished Surah Al-Baqer, Ali Imran. He says, now we're going to stop. He started at Nisa. He says, Ibn Mas'ud says, why? By Allah, if it was not Rasulullah, I would have left the Salah. When we talk about وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولِ, we want to have the mercy, but we also, I'm not saying you should go home today and your tahajjud in the first rak'ah read Al-Baqarah or Ali Imran. That would be nice. That would be nice. So we don't feel, because many people read the Quran, they feel they're burdened. They wait, when will it be over? You know, how long will this take? Or when they pray Salah, you know, let's get it over with. You know, when they're sitting together and they're all time, let's get it over with now. As if this is a burden, you know, this is something, this is a burden. Rather than it is an obligation, it's an oasis, it's a connection between you and Allah. Therefore, look at the understanding of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When he was ordering Bilal to make adhan, what does he tell him? Arihna biha ya Bilal. Call the adhan, ya Bilal. Call the call of prayer so we can enter our comfort zone. Arihna biha. Biha means give us the comfort through the salah. Oh Bilal, announce it so we can go into this comfort zone. Nowadays, as if people are saying, Arihna minha. Let us get rid of it. You know, let's be comfortable so we can put it behind us. Not looking up for it. Not looking towards it, to it, but looking to put it behind your back because it's a burden. And that's a different understanding. And that's why the mercy in the ibadah is even lacking. And therefore, if the mercy in the ibadah is lacking, then the mercy in our life is lacking. No wonder the mercy is lacking in our dealings with each other. No wonder we are so prejudgmental and we jump at everybody's throat for doing any little thing, while we allow ourselves to do everything. But it's okay because I do it. You know? Or if you do it, it's okay. If someone else does things, it's always big. If we make mistakes, it's not to legitimize making mistakes by anybody, but the mercy is not there, even in our own lives. وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. Obey the Prophet ﷺ. Have this attachment to Rasulullah ﷺ. Al-Quran was with us, so you can get that rahmah. Like I said, not only his relationship between him and his Creator, but by the relationship between him and the creation. How did Rasulullah ﷺ treat his family? How did he treat his wife? How did he treat his children? Hadith Sahih is authentic. He says, أَنَا قَيْقُلُ خَيْرُكُمْ خَيْرُكُمْ لِأَهْلِهِ. The best of you are those who are best towards their family. وَأَنَا خَيْرُكُمْ لِأَهْلِي, and I am the best of you towards my family. How is your rahmah with your family? He comes, hadith is also authentic. Hadith Abu Hurairah, as you all know, he comes when Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Abu Hurairah comes and he crosses the path of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam when Nabi alayhi wa sallam is kissing Al-Hasan or Al-Husayn or both of them on his shoulder. He kisses one time and he kisses one the other time. And a man came to him, I believe, if my memory does not fail me at this point, Al-Aqra' bin Habis, I think. And he says, Ya Rasulullah, you kissed them? He says, yes, I kissed them. He says, Ya Rasulullah, I have 10 children, I've never kissed any of them. Because that was a weakness. You express your love to your family, it's a sign that's not manly. النبي المصطفى وهو خير خلق الله, the best of the creation, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He showed that overwhelming and pouring mercy on his sons when he kissed them, and his answer was, when that man told him, I have 10 sons, I've never kissed any of them. He says, what do I do if Allah took mercy away from your heart? If there's no mercy in your heart, what do I do to you? Like you see his relationship with the animals, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Not only with the, before we go, let's talk about his relationship with the Muslims. Allah says, Bil-Mu'minina ra'ufun rahim. He was ra'uf rahim with the believers. He was caring. Hadith Anas, fil Bukhari. He says, by Allah, and Anas, you all know, Anas, he served Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam 10 years. His mother gave him as a volunteer. You can say this is not by his choice or whatever at the beginning, but look at the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Some other time we'll talk to you about Anas because it's a long story. Lakin Anas served the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam 10 years. You know what he said after 10 years? He says, by Allah, I have served him 10 years. He have never ever said a rough word to me. And he, not only that, he never told me, why did you do this? Or why didn't you do this? Never in 10 years. You see the mercy on everybody, even in the words, on the dealings. He comes out of his house, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he sees little girls playing. You know, little girls when they're 4 or 5 years old, they're holding hands and they're jumping around. Yeah, I'm sure everywhere they do that, right? And they draw squares or something with chalk on the ground, and they start jumping and all this. Nabi Sallallahu comes out of his house and he sees these girls from Bani Najjar, because he was living in Nabi in Medina now, where he used to house. That was where Bani Najjar used to live. And they're jumping around, all these little girls, 5, 6 years old, and they're saying, Nahnu, or we are the daughters of Bani Najjar, Ya habbada Muhammadun min Jar, Muhammadin min Jar. And Muhammad is the best neighbor. That's how that was their, that was their thick singing. Nowadays they do all kinds of other things. They sing all kinds of these nursery rhymes and all that stuff, Jack and Jill and Little Humpty Dumpty, even meaningless stuff, subhanAllah. Even meaningless stuff. Ring Around the Rosie, I don't know if you have that. We have that in the US. We have all the children. I have my son now. He's come every day, and he tells me something new. So I have to listen to what he's saying. Anyway. Like, they were going around and singing like this, they're chanting like this, we are the daughters of Bani Najjar. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is standing next to them and he's seeing them saying these things, and he says, by Allah, I love you. He's standing with these little girls. Wallahi inni la uhibbukun. By Allah, I have your love in my hands, in my heart. With the non-Muslims, you see how he dealt with them with such a mercy. With such a mercy, not vengeance. With the animals.